Hey guys, it's Tazwhole here. I'm at Tazwhole Tubecast. Now I'm here with ChappyGG. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. And yes, thank you for the fat man that's in the room as well.
Have you been a good little boy?
Yes, I think I have this year, Santa. Come on, help me out, man. Come on, Chappy. Have you been a good little boy this year?
I would say it's I've been all right, man.
You
I think
better
I'm a
not cry.
decent year for me.
Okay, well, I was just gonna say, so you're a game streamer on Twitch now. I was just gonna say, how long you been doing that?
Oh man, it's tough because about a year and a half ago, I kind of picked up this Twitch thing on my PlayStation. I didn't know what it was, didn't really know what I was getting into, and I just started doing it casually. And then I don't know, about 8 to 10 months ago, I started watching Twitch, getting involved in the community, watching bigger streamers and smaller streamers, and I really realized what I was doing before wasn't working. It was more just whenever I was playing. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna take it serious. And so back in about May, June, I started to really take it serious, and uh, so I would say I've been streaming seriously for about 6 to 8 months now.
All right, all right. So what made you want to get into it?
I had a roommate who was streaming. He was doing Final Fantasy IX speed runs, and it was really interesting the way he did it. He got to interact with people in chat and stuff, and I found it amazing. So he was the one that really kind of turned me on to the whole Twitch community.
Yeah, yeah. So how's that community treating you so far?
Man, it's incredible, man. Being able to play games and meet people from all over the world, and meet different people that you would never have a normal way to meet them because of barriers of like distance or different social anxieties and stuff like that, because you meet so many people from all over the place, and that's probably one of my favorite parts about streaming.
Yeah, yeah. So I was just gonna say, when you first started streaming, I'm just saying this. When you first started, like, what are some mistakes that you've made that you've learned how to get over those obstacles or how to fix them?
Oh man, easily one of the biggest mistakes you can make as a streamer,
Yep.
if you're just starting out, is it's going to take time for you to get used to talking to yourself, because when you start, you're not going to have an audience. And if you try to just cater to when someone comes in and says something, there's going to be plenty of times where you don't know somebody's there and they're just wanting to see what your stream is about. So there was plenty of times, probably in the first few weeks, if not a couple months, where I would talk to myself for hours, just getting used to the idea that you're not always going to have somebody there. Because I know I learned that from early on, that I wasn't doing that, and someone finally told me, like, "Hey, man, you didn't talk for like a half hour, but I stuck it out."
Hey, there's some people out there, you know what? Come on, that's the one of the number one things that people have to learn is engaging your audience. Because I swear, you engage that camera, you're on your show, okay, man. If someone shows up and they'll be like, in the first 20 minutes, if you're not talking and and it's just like, oh, I died, oh, damn. And then you go silent and you lose your self-esteem about it. People are gonna get off, and they're just gonna be like, "Ah, screw you, buddy. We're getting off. We're going to see someone else, eh?" It's just as simple as that. But
Oh yeah, people come for an experience, man. They come, like, a lot of people don't just come to watch the game. They come to have an experience with the viewer. And when you have like a community that's built up, then you have the community interacting with one another. And that's the part that once you get that started, that's really when it starts to take off, and it really becomes an adventure at that point, because then you get everybody having a good time.
yeah, yeah. So I was just gonna say, when going back to when you were first gaming as a kid or whatnot, what was your favorite iconic game that really got you into gaming?
Oh man.
That's a hard one. I know. I know. Trust me. I asked.
I mean, I've been playing since NES, so I mean the original Nintendo. But if I had to pick a game that just like really set it off, is playing like GoldenEye and stuff with like the family,
Oh,
4 player GoldenEye, and just like
dude, if you're freaking odd job, you can kill anyone because you know what? He's so freaking small.
it used to just tear the family apart. Like no matter how close we were, you knew GoldenEye at the end of the night, someone was gonna be mad, something was gonna get thrown. And at the time when GoldenEye was out, I was only like 7, 8 years old,
Yeah.
so I was one of the younger ones out of my family, as far as like the extended family. And man, that just GoldenEye, anything from the 64 was just great. Smash Brothers, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask.
Ocarina of Time, Ocarina of Time was my favorite, but I'll say this: there's also F-Zero Racing. There was like a bunch of other stuff too, like Bomberman. Oh my god, remember that shit?
Oh man, Bomberman 64 was dope.
Yes, Bomberman and also Mario 64. That just and Banjo-Kazooie, man, Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, this 64 probably goes down as one of the greatest consoles of all time.
Yes. And I'll say this: I actually look at like my Commodore, my pawn shop, and I'm like, or not pawn shop, but it's like my Commodore electronics store, and I'm looking at it. I'm looking for an N64, and they're like $300 or $500, and I'm like, dude. Oh my god, they're like almost the same freaking prices they were when they first came out. Oh my god!
That's too much, man. I mean, I've been trying to look for one because I know that I need to start getting more into retro gaming as far as what I do with my Twitch. But man, some of that stuff is crazy priced, like you were talking about.
Yeah. It comes with and also people don't realize when they start streaming if they get into gaming and whatnot. I'll say it's not cheap.
Oh no, it's not. Especially if you want to get. I mean, obviously the newer stuff is expensive, but if you want to get into some of that retro game, unless you use like an emulator or something like that, if you want the actual vintage stuff, get ready to lay down some definite dollars on those things.
Yeah, because there's people that are out there. Like, emulators are good, but they I don't know, something about emulators that don't give the whole experience of the game. I feel. Like,
no, and if you get caught.
Yeah, if you get caught, you get really screwed.
Yeah.
And I'll say this: it's like playing the original Crash Bandicoot on PlayStation, and then playing the trilogy on remake for PlayStation 4. Even though it's on PlayStation, it's not per se vintage. But I'm saying you can tell, and it's kind of like the new one they make slightly harder, but it's like they changed the hit marker, like the hit. Where you can take damage and stuff like that, and it really is frustrating.
Oh yeah, and like I go back with some of my games back in the day, like Final Fantasy and stuff, and they have the remakes and stuff or the HD remasters that you can get on Steam, and man, I still have the old discs for PlayStation, like for Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9, and I'd much rather play those than any of the remasters. Dude, even if the graphics aren't better, I still prefer the old vintage discs.
I'll say that what's your favorite Final Fantasy?
It's gonna sound bad, and I know it's fanboy, but Final Fantasy 7 was the first Final Fantasy I ever played.
Oh, it's all good. We all grew up with different ones. It's all good. Me, it had to have been Final Fantasy 3/Final Fantasy 6. Like it was out of the for PlayStation. They had the anthologies collection,
right?
And it had 5 and 6. But I loved it for the fact is that was the one, like the 3-bit that got me into it, because I'm like, hey, this has a really really compelling storyline, and I'm like, dude, if they made this into a movie, I watch this shit.
Oh yeah, that's the great thing about Square Enix and almost anything they do or touch. It's even if you don't like the game itself, the storyline that goes along with it is almost always incredible.
Even Kingdom Hearts, man. Even Kingdom Hearts. They even they brought some Final Fantasy elements into that, but it even though it's Disney, it's good. It was actually good. I liked it. I can't wait. I can't wait for the third one. I actually had that pre-ordered. I've had that on pre-order for the last 3 years.
I know a lot of people that are into that.
And a lot of people are I'm gonna be really, 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 really pissed off if it gets leaked. Because you know what? Final Fantasy 15 got leaked, and that's why they had to. But it sucks though. But then people ruin it for everybody because like it takes a lot to make those really, really, really like linear storyline games, and they can just pop them out. But open world I find a little bit easier because they can do whatever they want with it.
Oh yeah, and that was one of the things I liked about 15. I mean, I know a lot. Some people are very unsure of the direction the Final Fantasy series is going, and for me, the 15 was kind of a breath of fresh air. It's like Square Enix decided they're not scared to go that route. It doesn't have to stay the same as it's always been
MMO
with the
and RPG, pretty much.
Yeah,
they had 11 with the MMO. But like 15. It was. Have you got the Comrades? Have you got the Comrades DLC? If you got the season
Mm-mm.
pass, I believe sometime at the end of December. Don't quote me, ladies and gentlemen. Sometime at the end of December or sometime January, February. I don't care what it is. Sometime in the coming months, I believe that Agnes's episode is coming out. Like they already not they already came out with Prompto and Gladys's episode, but Comrades was a separate entity. I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys, but it's multiplayer.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
You could play it multiplayer, and the fact is, you play it like in missions. I'll say this, not to. I already have. I played Comrades. It was good. I bought the season pass. I'm happy as God that I did. But you know what? It deals with. It doesn't. Not to ruin the storyline for people, but I'll say it takes place after 15.
Oh.
So they take in direction where not they take in direction like everyone is gone. So
Interesting.
I'll say this: they actually have it multiplayer, and you can customize your character, really customizable.
Man, I'll have to look into that because, to be fair, I haven't really played 15 since it really came out. But it's been talked about
Get
to
the season
play
pass
through.
because on episode Gladius and Prompto, they actually add some backstory to those characters. But I'll say that maybe there are a couple hours DLC, but you know what? They are totally worth it. Like
Yeah, I'll have to definitely look into that, man.
Yeah,
especially since I plan on doing a playthrough soon.
Oh, that's the one thing. One thing I haven't done is a playthrough of that game. That's the only reason why Let's Plays. I liked it growing up watching them, but after a while, I got to the point where it's like, I want to live the game myself. I don't want to, be spoiled by everything.
Right.
And the fact is, I know some people that have done Fallout 4 on an episode basis, and they had over 40 episodes, and I'm like, for every goddamn mission, and I'm like, how the hell you do that shit? That's the only thing I have to say about RPG games with doing them, capturing them on stream or capture. You can do them stream. I can stream. You can go for hours, but I'm saying like episodes on YouTube doing like a let's play or a walkthrough. I'm like, so guys, what the hell are you guys thinking?
Oh yeah, it would be stretched out so far.
And plus, all the DLC packages that come with it, if you want to add something to it. Because Elder Scrolls, that's a biggie. They have a lot of add-ons, too. Morrowind.
Yeah.
Morrowind, oh my god. I don't want to get into that shit. But yes, alright, last question. So, if you have a word of advice for the audience, people that want to get into Twitch, get into YouTube, broadcasting, streaming, what word of advice do you have for those people?
Something that because I do have people come in quite a bit and either want to start or have just started, and the thing I can tell you right off the bat is if you're going into it with the thought you're going to make money, or if you're going into it with the thought that you're just going to get followers and you're going to get viewers, you're going into it for the wrong reasons, and you're going to be severely disappointed. It's something that you got to be passionate about. It's something that you got to want to just have more than just the end game, that you want to be big and you want to be like these guys that are making lots of money, because it's not easy. I mean, to put it bluntly, it's work. We all have stuff going on, and I come home and I turn on a stream for 4, 5, 6 hours. Like it's not as simple as just sitting there playing video games. Now you have an audience. Now you have people that show up on a consistent basis. So you have to want it, and you have to want it for more than just the money, because it's going to become apparent to your viewers, and it's going to be off-putting.
Yeah.
So I would say if you're gonna start, you're gonna be small, and you have to be okay with that. I see a lot of people burn out early because we only had 1 or 2 people coming today. That's how it is. Like people aren't gonna find you right out the gate. You're in a stream full of tens of thousands of streamers out there, and you have to be yourself, but make something special about your stream to where someone says, you know what, I want to come back and watch this guy play something else. Even if it's not about the game you're playing, they want to come back and watch you specifically.
Yeah. I'll say this, and yeah, getting back to games, I'm just saying this, people, like, you buy, like, the latest game that comes out, and then you're already, and you want to, oh yeah, I want to be so original, I want to stream this before anyone. It's like, yes, 5 minutes until you get, or no, a half hour after the release date, there's already about 500 people doing the same thing you are.
Yep.
So,
and that's something that is talked about. Like when you're in a community like I am with Influx and stuff, I mean, we're not naive to the trends that happen on Twitch. You know, if you get a new game when it comes out and you try to go in there as a small streamer, you're going to get buried by people. So don't expect growth on a new game. Just don't. Like and I'm not trying to be I don't know. I'm not trying to be pessimistic about it, but it is what it is. Like you're going to get buried by the bigger streamers.
It's just blunt, just telling you like it is. Like, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like even the older games, a lot of people, they love seeing the older games. I swear, like I play Kingdom Hearts like way back when I used to. I'll say this, guys. I used to be just a gaming channel. I game a lot. I'm a gamer, but me, I want to take my journalism seriously. So that's why I interview you people, and when it comes down to it, I pin you guys in the comments so people can find out your content. And that's the reason why I went into that, because you know what? There's something for everyone. I don't want.
Well, it's much appreciated.
Yeah, I'll say this, but like when I play Kingdom Hearts, someone came into my stream. They're like, "Oh my god, this is awesome!" And I'm like, "Cool." And then I'm like, "What's your favorite Disney, man?" And they're like, they told me what their favorite Disney movie is, and I'm like, "We were talking about that as I was gaming," and I'm like, "Oh my god, it was awesome!" Oh my god, but still, like I love that when the whole interaction thing.
Oh yeah, if you can get that connection with people and get there's just that once you get the conversation flowing, you know, that's the best part. And it also leads into growth too, because then you'll have a conversation going, someone else will jump in, and then they'll want to be like, "Oh, what are y'all talking about?" Or, you know, "What's going on here?" And it's just it all goes full circle. Like if you can stick it out there at the beginning, if you can get a feel for it, find out what you want to do, what you want to play, and just have fun with it, it's going to catch on, and people are going to notice.
Yeah. Well, thank you, ChappyGG, for being on the show, man.
Hey, Taz, it was a pleasure, and if there is one thing that I can say for the viewers out there, if they want to try something to help grow, something that I have seen is for Twitch specifically, it's very interactive. Try to find games that you can play with your viewers.
Yeah.
You know, really get on a level with them and hang out with them and play with them. That's my last piece of advice.
Okay. All right. Well, anyways, guys, that's ChappyGG. Yes, he'll be in the comments below. Do check out his Twitch channel. Now, guys, like I always say, leave me a like because, hey, I like bacon! You like bacon! We all like bacon! Now, please, guys, please, hey, come on. I gotta get come on, Peter, don't kill me. I'm Canadian. I love bacon. Come on, it's the best part of my day, you know. And guys, come on. I gotta get close to the microphone here. Okay, guys, girls like guys. Gentlemen, we all know this. Girls like guys with good skills. And trust me, if I can get better at my broadcasting skills, like question skills, like what you guys want to know, but please, guys, leave me a comment because you know what? I need skills because my girlfriend's kicking my ass at Mario Party. What the hell? I swear that dice is rigged. Anyways, yes, and guys, please, I'll say this. Guys, hit that bell. No, not Taco Bell. I'm not sponsored by them. But yes, guys, hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date to all my new videos. And keep up to date to all the people that are coming in. Hey, you might find someone that you like. Check them out in the comments. Well, guys, I have to say, see you guys. And I'll see you guys next time, guys. See you guys!
Ho, ho, ho!